All right, everybody, this is going to be a slightly different recording. You're not going to see my lovely face for this one. It's just going to be a quick, easy, just to show you how to use one or two tools in SketchUp. So we're going to go to Start Modeling. And the two tools we're going to focus on right now is going to be the Making Shape tool and the Push and Pull tool. This Push and Pull tool basically takes any flat two-dimensional object and make it three-dimensional. So here's the first thing. We talked about in the last video about using the directional tools. These tools, remember the orbit, the pan, and the zoom in to actually look at the object that you're working on. And why is that important? Well, right here, I'm going to make a rectangle. And I'm not exactly looking at the ground. I'm not really exactly looking at the sky. I'm just going to make a rectangle. And there it is. You made it. And you're like, wow, it's a great rectangle. It got a little stretchy, but you don't really have an idea the size of this rectangle. I made this rectangle 6 feet by 32 feet. It doesn't feel like that. The guy's only right here. Well, because of perspective. So if I actually changed my angle and look straight down at it, now you can actually see how long this thing is. It's super ridiculously long, as you can see. It is long, long, long. So how do we not make something like this happen? Well, when we make a shape, we should be looking down at basically trying to make it as flat as possible. I'm looking down at the location I want to draw it on. I'm going to make my shape. And now it's much more normal. All right, it's 6 feet by 6 feet. I'm in a square. It doesn't stretch on. It actually feels like the size it should be because I was looking down at it. And then I'm going to use the push and pull tool. And then I can bring it up. And there you go. So all I did was use the shape tool and the push and pull tool. The great thing is now you can put shapes on top of shapes. So I can take my rectangle tool and I can make a basic rectangle on here and I can push and pull that. I can make then a rectangle on this and I can push and pull that. I can make a rectangle through this rectangle and I can push pull that. And you can push pull all the parts to it. So I can push and pull this little part. I can push and pull this part and I can play around with it however I wish to get basically whatever I want. Now you can draw all kinds of different shapes on shapes. All they have to do, the push and pull, is they have to have a flat side. So I can take this tool. This is a rotated rectangle. So here's my rotated rectangle. As you can see, now I have a bunch of rotated rectangles. And you can push and pull these all at different lengths and amounts. You can see, you can fool around with it and you get something unique like that. Go to the other side. You can use the polygon. There you go. And you can have all kinds of crazy shapes on this side. You can rotate it however you want. And you can push and pull these as much as you want. I can pull this one, and then they give sides and you can pull that out, you can pull that out. You can even then, that gives you shapes and that could be pulled out or pushed in and you could do all kinds of crazy stuff with all of these tools that you get. And you can say you can go as wild as you want, as crazy as you want with them. All right. The last is circles, and the circles are just going to be a little unique because you can only really push one side of it. All right. So right here, the flat side, I can push and pull. So I can push and pull this side, but I can't push any of this. I can't do any of that. I only can do the flat of it. But I can draw circles on top of circles. There we go. There's another circle. And you do another circle. And then you can push and pull these to your heart's content as well. push and pull, push and pull. Again, the only part that you can't push and pull is the curved outside part. All right, so that's using all of the 4 basic shape tools on all 4 sides, and how crazy the stuff you can get it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this.